Meet me down at the ballpark, where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here from Clearwater, Kansas on Larks Network. Larks coming in this game, Game 2 of the Clearwater series. Game 2 of 2. Larks won last night 11-3. Looking to pick up Game 2 here. We're 5-1 on the season. Angeron gets us out into the center field for a leadoff base hit. Runner on first, nobody out. Runner on first in the top of the first, no score. So up next will be Matt Kavanaugh. So Matt Kavanaugh stepping in, the third baseman tonight. Got the start at short yesterday. Pickoff looking over at Andron at first, not in time. Outlaws 3-4 on the season, 2-2 in KCLB play, 2-1 in South Central Division play. The delivery from tonight's pitcher for the Outlaws, called strike. Pitcher for the Outlaws, looks like it'll be Kobe Midgley. Looking over at Andron on first base. We'll check him over again. Delivery to Kavanaugh popped out of play. Midgley will deliver from the stretch here to Kavanaugh. Swung on, hit into right field, line drive. It'll drop short in the grass. Grass is tall here, so there won't be much of a bounce and advancing. However, Andron gets to second base on the Matt Kavanaugh single. Runners on first and second. Nobody out, no score in the top of the first.
We good? All right.
Hey, Larks fans, it was promised in the comments section you might hear a fan favorite Larks player. Joining me here on the broadcast, Rustin Hays. Rustin, how are you?
Doing great. Doing great, Carson. How are you doing?
I've never been better. Beautiful night for some baseball here in Clearwater. Wyatt Divis on the bump for the Larks. From a pitching standpoint, what do you think of Divis?
Man, he looks really good. You know, he comes out. He's got a good hard 90-91 mile an hour fastball. He likes to mix in a little slider as well. Probably his best pitch. He's just a dog. You know. He loves going at guys, getting outs. Guys seem to play well behind him.
It's great. Justin Lee just lined out. They got Andron over at second. Didn't tag up, so it'll be Mikey Gangwish getting the start. First start of the season, not in the DH spot or behind the plate. He's starting at first base tonight. Behind the plate will be Hernan Yanez. Gangwish in his third year in a Larks uniform. Rustin Hays spent a little bit of time with the Larks last season. Rustin, tell him where you were before and why you decided to go over to the Larks.
You know, last year I was over at El Dorado playing for the Broncos, and I got up there about halfway into the season. We we were playing some good ball, threw well, and pitched against the Larks. Gave up 1 hit. 2 days I faced them, and they really seemed to like me. So they went ahead and picked me up for the NBC tournament last year, and threw well there. So they decided, hey, I'll give them a call back, and I was excited to go back.
Well, that will conclude the top of the first on the Gangwish pop-up. We'll head to the bottom of the first. No score. You're listening to Larks Network.
You're tuned in to the Larks Network.
We're live here on Larks Network here in the bottom of the first. No score. Wyatt Divis taking the mound. His second start of the season was absolutely dealing in game number 2 of the Dodge series. This is Carson Ackerman on the call, joined here with Rustin Hays. Leading off will be the center fielder, Cash Ballantyne. Came in relief yesterday. Struggled against the Larks, composed himself. Got this thing ready to go. He'll get a bump from Hernan Yanez, and we'll get things going in the bottom of the first.
You know, Carson, it's a beautiful evening for baseball here.
It's a great evening. Yesterday was very hot, sweaty, but tonight cooled off. Barely a breeze. Beautiful night for some baseball.
Ball 1 taken outside. Divis with the set, the throw. Miss. Just a little low and away. Divis, if he can get that slider working here early, we'll see how they handle it.
So, Rustin, you played for the William Baptist Eagles. How was your first year down there on the mound for them?
Actually, it was my second season with them. I'll be a redshirt junior coming up, but it was this second season. It had its ups and downs. You know, we played some good ball, we played bad ball, but for the most part, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
So, what was the key decision that made you want to come back to the Larks for a second season? And this one is hit over the third baseman. Matt Cavanaugh gets a play on it, gets to Gangwish. It was in time, but it pulled Gangwish off the bag. So a lead off base runner here in the bottom of the first for the Outlaws.
And back to what you were saying, you know, Coach Leo, we were texting back and forth there for a little while, and he got back to me on Monday, and he was like, you know, I'd like to have you down here. And I was excited to be back, so I just packed all my stuff up, and here I came.
Great. Larks fans are certainly glad to have you with us. 1-1 on the season. You came in relief against the A's and were dealing. Throw over to second as the runner Ballantyne gets in there safe for a stolen base. You were dealing against the A's first game in the Jayhawk West Division for the Larks. Talk about how it felt to be out there just cruising against our rival.
You know, I was itching to get back out there because kind of a letdown the night before, picking up a loss. Got the only loss in the season, but, you know, it's whatever. Just being able to out there, going against the A's, you know, I faced them last year at El Dorado, threw 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. So I was ready to get back at them, and it was an awesome atmosphere. Love the crowds at Hays. They're something else to watch from the mound. They like to get a little crazy.
Divis still on the mound. He's delivering from the stretch. Defensively for the Larks, we got Matt Cavanaugh over at third, Jimmy DeLeon at shortstop, Skylar Luna at second, Mikey Gangwish at first, Hernan Yanez behind the plate, Justin Lee in left, Drake Andron in center, and George Sutherland in right. Sutherland had that day off yesterday. Justin Lee was in right field. Lee has started all 8 games, 7 of those in left field. McGuire was originally supposed to be behind the plate for the Larks. Late game change, has been experiencing some back issues. Rustin, what's the road to recovery for an injury? How does that play on your mind in terms of wanting to be on the field but just not physically able to?
Honestly, you know, at this point, during this summer league, you know, you got to stay healthy because you want to be prepared, ready to go during your college career. But you know, just take a few days off, see where you're at, and after that, if you're good, go ahead and go. But I wouldn't necessarily rush into anything just because it's a long summer.
Yes, sir, it is. We're early here on the season. Larks are 6-1, 5-0 in KCLB play, 4-0 in the Jayhawk West Division. Still a lot of games to go, but the Larks are looking good here on the season. Only have lost 1, and it was a close game down to the very end. Larks were down early, rallied back offensively. It was only late in the game when the Larks just couldn't get the win. However, they've won 6 thus far, 6-1. Divis checks the runner over at second, delivers to Yanez. This one's fouled back. Bounce off the backstop, will reset and go again here for Leakin Andrews.
It's a little windier than it was yesterday, Carson.
It was no breeze yesterday, and with that heat, players were sweating. Myrie was dripping on the mound. Struggled in the early innings, bounced back, and was dealing through the 2nd through 6th inning before he was eventually replaced. Strikeout here, looking for Wyatt Divis. So we'll see Bryce McDermott up to the plate, batting in the cleanup spot after getting a rest yesterday. Starting catcher for the A's tonight. Delivery from Divis, swung on and missed for strike 1. 0-1 count here, 1 away, bottom of the first, runners on first and second. McDermott, originally from Piedmont, Oklahoma, played at Rutherford. This one's fouled back, 0-2. Summer League is a fun thing to be a part of. You look at the MLB and NCAA regular baseball, it's very serious. You'll notice a lot of players having more fun, the crowd more relaxed. Rustin, talk about the difference in mentalities going into an NCAA game versus a Summer League game, as this one's foul, hit way back. Justin Lee retreating. It'll hit the warning track, bounce off the fence, runner rounding third, another one. The throw cut off by DeLeon. 2 runs will score. Early lead here for the Outlaws. 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. 1 away. 2 RBI double here for McDermott. So, Rustin, what is the difference, going back to the previous question, in the mentality versus a summer league game that's more relaxed versus an NCAA game where it seems players consider that there's more on the line?
I mean, really, it's all. I have the same mindset when I go out there on the mound. It's get my job done, whether I'm playing for the Hays Larks or playing for Williams Baptist. Go out there every time you step on the rubber. It's go time. You know, never. Whether you're relaxed, whether you're uptight, whatever, you just got to go out there and get your job done.
0-1 from Divis, down low in the dirt. Yanez keeps it not too far from him. Runner at second will stay. So there's only one away and 2 runs have scored here in just this one inning. How do you bounce back and compose yourself and focus on what the batter's ahead and not dread on the 2 runs that have scored on you on the mound?
You just got to go compete. You got to be a dog, bear down. Just throw strikes. That's the name of the game. If you're a pitcher, throw strikes. If you can get an out, there it is.
2-1 count. Divis, the righty, from the stretch. 2-1 misses. Late call. 2-2 count. Divis, second year with the Larks, has started a game in left field. Started his first one there yesterday. Has started at third base as his second start on the mound. Played at UT Arlington. There he had a 6.20 ERA, but managed a 5-0 record. So it'll be strike number 3, 2 strikeouts here. The only 2 outs of the game for the Outlaws here. Kalani Kleffner was a pinch hitter yesterday. Didn't push anything across for the Outlaws. He's up here getting his first look at Divis. The fastball from Divis misses high. Divis also hit for UTA, third base and a pitcher, not a conventional PO. In his time for the Mavericks, had a 120 batting average on 3 hits, drove in 2 runs. Having more success for the Larks, leads the Larks in RBIs thus far in the season. The delivery from the stretch, swung on, popped back, it'll bounce off the net, will reset here. 2 away, runner in on second base. Larks down 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Completely new looking lineup for the Outlaws, considering where they were at yesterday, as this one swung on and missed. Almost an entirely new 9 guys on the field. Notably, guy that was sparking conversation yesterday, Jace Armstrong, missing from the lineup from Hays, Kansas. Played for Coach Leo, Coach Sedbrook, Coach Murphy, and Coach Harper in his time at Hays High. Now wearing a different jersey facing off those guys. This one misses down in the dirt. Yanez blocks it. Kalani Kleffner, number 9 for the Outlaws. Originally from Arizona, played at Taft College. Delivery from Divis, close, but it'll be called ball number 4. So a 2-out walk here for Kleffner. Runners on first and second. 2 away for Felix King.
No, Carson, I really don't know how much that missed by, but it was really close.
So what's your mindset when your umpire strike zone isn't matching up with what you think it is on the mound? How do you make those adjustments to adjust to the umpire's perspective of the strike zone versus yours?
You know, you just got to find it. Whatever he likes, you got to try to throw it there every time. In, out, up, down. You got to find it quick, and once you find it, you know, if he gives you one here and there, that's cool. But most of the time, most of these umpires here in this league, they're pretty consistently good. So you got to find their zone, and if you can't find it, you got to do your best, get back at it.
The 1-1 from Divis, called strike number 2, 1-2 here, live from Clearwater, Kansas. You're listening to Larks Network. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Larks on Twitter, and follow the Larks on Facebook. This one hit over between the gap between Kavanaugh and DeLeon. Runner racing around third to throw from Justin Lee at the plate in time, but the throw pulled Yanez away from the plate. One more score, but however, they'll get King out on the throw. Quick thinking by Yanez will go to the top of the second. Larks down 3-0. You're listening to Larks Network. Live here, top of the second here in Clearwater, Kansas. Larks down 3-0. This is Carson Ackerman on the call, joined here by Rustin Hays. Leading off for the Larks will be George Sutherland. Got the day off yesterday. He's back in the starting lineup, batting in the 5-hole and playing right field. There's 4 up for the Larks. Kavanaugh and Andron had a single. Andron was thrown out after Justin Lee lined out to the second baseman. This is called strike 1. Sutherland batting from the left-hander's batter's box. 0-1 delivery, off-speed pitch, misses high, 1-1. Speaking of off-speed pitches, Rustin Hays, known for his curveball around the league. In his Instagram bio, you can even see, I throw knuckleball, so I'm considered a weird breed. Talk about that knuckleball.
You know, Carson, I've been throwing it since I was about 12, just messing around with it around the house with Dad. Got to where I could throw it pretty good. Started kind of throwing it a little bit in high school. Coach never really let me throw it to my senior year, and then after that I attended Arkansas Tech as a PO, and that's all I did. And from then on, that's the only thing I've ever done is just want to throw a knuckleball. It's really effective pitch, you know. Guys go up there, not really expecting it. Just seeing the reactions after the first one I throw is kind of like they just watch it. It's pretty funny.
Sutherland flies out to left field, 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the second. Larks down 3-0. Make sure to follow Rustin on Instagram. You can see that bio, Russ.Hays. Make sure to follow the Larks on Twitter and on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. The handles are on your screen. So next up will be Skylar Luna, second baseman from Austin P State. Gray shirted there, originally from Clarksville, Tennessee. The first delivery swung on, hit out to center field. The center fielder retreating. He'll make a play on that one. 1 pitch to Luna, 1 out. 2 away here. Nobody on for Hernan Yanez. Yanez will be at the plate. Belbin will be on deck. De Leon in the hole.
Guys seem to be putting pretty good swings on the ball. It's just going right at people today.
All about location, 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 location.
Let's see if Hernan can't find a couple holes here.
Yanez, one of the guys from Cochise College, one of 4 guys in the starting lineup, joining Sutherland, De Leon, and Justin Lee. This one swung, hit right back at the pitcher. Throw will be made from the shortstop, not in time. Sutherland, Yanez reaches on a single 2-0 way. Runner on first. 3-0 lead for the Outlaws. Pitcher for the Outlaws, mentioned earlier, Kobe Midgley. So next up will be Jared Belbin, guy from Australia. First pitch to him, strike one. He'll deliver from the stretch, the 0-1 to Belbin. After peeking at Yanez, this one swung on and missed. 0-2 here on the left-handed hitting first baseman. Kobe Midgley from Oklahoma played at Carl Albert Community College. He's a sophomore there, delivering to Belbin the 1-2. Belbin been solid defensively. You could say he's in a slump offensively. This one swung on, skied out, center field, chasing to his right with the breeze moving the ball. However, 4 up, 3 down here in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Larks down 3-0. You're listening to Larks Network. We're live here from Clearwater, bottom of the second. Larks down 3-0 early, reminiscent of yesterday's game. Leading off for the Outlaws will be Buster Hardman, starting shortstop. Rustin, personally, what do you do if you're in a situation like Divis, allowed 2 in the first inning? Do you try to forget what happened in the first, or do you take what you did and learn from it and try to make adjustments in the second?
Yeah, you just got to take what you got, go from there. You know, he gave up a couple runs. You know, you just can't let it phase you as a pitcher. You got to stay locked in, try to go repeat the same thing, except, you know, just throw more consistently strikes. See if you can't start painting a little bit more here and there. Get a few more off-speed pitches in there, and then see if you can mix in out here and there and get them off the base pass.
Lead off runner for the Outlaws up next is number 38, Lachlan Breer, starting left fielder. Breer, number 38 for the Outlaws. Originally from Australia, just like Belbin, played for Taft College. His first look at Wyatt Divis. Divis from the stretch. Runner takes off from first. Throw over to Skylar Luna, not in time. stolen base here for Buster Hardman.
Want to give a big shout out to the Hogs today, beating Ole Miss. They beat up on them today. That was good seeing that.
College World Series going on. No Larks players currently involved with that. Joining the Larks, he'll get here tonight, be with the Larks the rest of the season. Michael Gilliand, playing at Jacksonville State, just now joining us tonight. Tommy Lee was Tommy Garcia arrived late for the Larks. This one swung on and missed. Strike two. Larks fans, if you have any questions for Russ and Hays, make sure to drop them here in the live stream comment section. We'll get them answered on air. Delivery from Davis, swung on, fouled back, will reset again.
You'd like to see Davis minimize here, maybe get a strikeout.
Runner in scoring position with nobody out.
From this standpoint, runner on second, no outs. That's all you're worried about is minimizing where he goes. You want to punch out, you want to ground ball to the left side, so that way, oh, there he goes.
He takes off. De Leon gets a glove on it, can't make the catch. Would have been an easy double play. However, it's an RBI base hit for Lachlan Greer. Nothing lead for the Outlaws early in the game. No outs here in the bottom of the second inning.
I don't know why, but the guys are being awfully quiet over there today.
Larks dugout got in trouble yesterday, going back and forth with the Outlaws dugout. Fun baseball chance. The umpire wasn't having it. Check over at Breer again. Not close. Gangwish getting his first start at first base on the season. Primarily catcher, caught at the Colorado School of Mines for 4 years. Had 46 home runs, was a 2018 Rawlings Regional Player of the Year. Davis takes a peek over at Breer. Breer hadn't even left the bag yet. Showing bunt. Kavanaugh races in from third. It'll be foul. Yanez behind the plate was originally set to be the designated hitter tonight. Early game, pre-game injury for Max McGuire. Now Yanez is behind the plate. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Runner on first. Larks down 4-0. Check over. Misses high. No tag from Gangwish. Delivery from Davis. Swung on, hit. Gangwish dives where it can't get to it in time. Single from Ballantyne will advance Breer to second base. Brett Westerman, yesterday's starting pitcher for the Outlaws, now playing second base. Showing bunt is Westerman. The throw on the steal over to Kavanaugh, not in time.
That was a close one there, Carson.
Both runners advance on the double steal. 2 runners in scoring position here for Westerman. Westerman from Derby, Kansas, played at Friends University in Wichita. This one misses high from Davis. Davis played at UTA with his third baseman over there, Matt Kavanaugh. Also played with Michael Wong. Is primarily a pitcher. Got an at-bat yesterday, walked on 9 pitches. Wong primarily a PO. Larks dugout was having fun with that at-bat. Wong was smiling at the plate, and the pitcher was even smiling on the mound. This one misses high. Bases loaded on the walk. Lincoln Andrews coming up to bat, struck out by Divis in the first. Has runners in scoring position, 2 of them. Runner on first with nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Larks down 4-0. You're listening to Larks Network. This one swung on and missed. Made contact, hits the net. 0-1 count. This one swung on, fouled off again. 0-2. This is your first full season with the Larks. Played for the Broncos last season, correct?
That's right.
In the Jayhawk League. New league for the Larks. This is the first look at the Outlaws, first from the South Central Division. Jayhawk League broke up. They're looking to reunite it again. Rustin, do you notice any differences between the two leagues here as Andrew strikes out? Is there any major differences between the Jayhawk League and then now in the KCLB Jayhawk Division?
Well, basically, I think last year we would go and play 2 games, and that would be it for that particular series, and then play later on. But it's just 3 teams in a division is playing 8 times apiece. It's really not something that you would expect, but I guess it's got to happen.
Delivery from Divis popped out right field, racing in is Sutherland. He'll call off Luna, makes the catch. Runners tag up but don't advance. Second out of the inning. So
you hate to see the Jayhawk League break up like that too, just 'cause it's been around and a part of everybody around here for so long.
the Larks were in the Jayhawk League since 1976. This is the first year for them outside of it. KCLB was started in 1999. In the Jayhawk West Division, it's the Larks, the Liberal BJs, and the Dodge City A's, all 3 teams from the Jayhawk League. Larks up 4-0 in the standings in the Jayhawk West Division. How's it feel to be up undefeated ahead of the rivals, the Dodge City A's and the Liberal BJs?
I mean, it feels pretty good, you know. Right now we're sitting in cruise control. All we got to do is hopefully go take 3 from Liberal, and then after that, you know, take 2 the rest of the way, and we're in the driver's seat.
Divis still on the mound, has allowed 4 runs through 1 2/3. This delivery swung on, popped up. It'll be out of play. Sparse attendance tonight for the Outlaws compared to the Larks, pulling a good attendance in Larks Park. Stadium, literal set in stone, has a limestone seating area. Here in Clearwater, we got bleachers at a sports complex. Atmosphere much different. Something about Larks Park makes it special. This one is called a strike, so 2 runs come across the score. We'll go to the top of the 3rd. Larks down 4-0. You're listening to Larks Network. Top of the third action here in Clearwater. Larks fans, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on post notifications. Get updated for every time the Larks go live with a game. Jimmy DeLeon leading off the top of the third. Larks only 3 hits. Yanez, Andron, and Kavanaugh all have singles. Delivery to DeLeon close. Called a ball. The delivery from Kobe lined over to the first base side. The first baseman, number 42, Lincoln Andrews, can't make a play on it. Leadoff single here for Jimmy DeLeon. Runner on first, nobody out here for Drake Andron. Singled in the first inning, advanced to second on the Kavanaugh single, was thrown out after the line drive from Justin Lee. Andron batting from the left-hander's batter's box. This one, bunt, that dies in the grass. Andron racing over to first. Throw misses Andrews. Andron advances to second. DeLeon rounds third. He'll be held there. 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out here for the Larks in the top of the third. DeLeon on third. Andron on second base. Matt Kavanaugh at the plate. Justin Lee on deck. Mikey Gangwish in the hole. Kavanaugh had that single in the first inning. Would not advance from first base. Has runners 90 feet and 180 feet away from home plate. First pitch to him misses low, 1-0. Larks down 4-0 here, top of the third. The delivery swung on, hit into right field. It'll drop. DeLeon comes around and score. Andron sent home. The throw was away. 2-run score on the Matt Kavanaugh RBI single. Andron comes around to score. DeLeon came around and scored their first runs of the game. 2 RBIs from Matt Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh had 2 RBIs yesterday, scored 2 himself. So up next will be Justin Lee. Had that line out to the second baseman. Brett Westerman in the first inning. He's up here with the runner on second base. Nobody out, top of the fourth. Outlaws lead cut down by 2. 4-2 lead for Clearwater. The delivery outside on the curveball, ball 1. Kobe Midgley on the mound. He'll go from the stretch. Kavanaugh on second base has a decent-sized lead. The swing from Justin Lee, a beautifully placed pop ball into center field. It'll drop shallow. Runners on the corners here with nobody out. Larks down 4-2.
Had to go over there and talk some sense into the guys. They finally got it going.
Larks are trying to rally here. Top of the third, runners in scoring. 1 runner in scoring position at third base. Justin Lee at first base. Had that single just now. Kavanaugh drove into on his single. Drove an Andron and DeLeon. First pitch to Gangwish outside, 1-0. Gangwish at the plate. They'll check over at Justin Lee. Not close. Justin Lee has been a smart base runner for the Larks. Does a nice job of getting in the opponent's head. Jumps around out there. Lets the pitcher know he's there. Distract him from the batter. Russell, what do you do on the mound as Justin Lee takes off? This one swung on. Did they rule it was fouled off? So Justin Lee will go back to first base. Rustin, what do you do when there's a runner on base, but you have to focus on the batter?
Depends on which base, you know. I throw a knuckleball, and if runners on first, I like give them a check every now and then. Just let them know, you know, I know you're there. You're not gonna go very far. But runner on second and third, I'm really not worried about it, because if I see it getting off too far, I'll spin and throw. just check and make sure you're not going to go anywhere.
Pitch to Mikey Gangwish, down low and inside, 2-1 count. Gangwish, a veteran of the Larks. This is his third season wearing the red and blue. Swung on absolute hack, can't make contact, 2-2. Runners on the corners here, Larks down 4-2. Nobody out. Jimmy DeLeon had a single, Andron had a single, got to second on the errant throw. DeLeon got to third. Kavanaugh brought him home on his single. This one swung on, fouled over the left side of the field, out of play. Justin Lee singled, got Kavanaugh over the third, and now we're up for Mikey Gangwish, who's at the plate. George Sutherland on deck, Skylar Luna in the hole.
I'd love to see Mikey keep his hands back here and use that left center gap. Watch him in BP, and that left center gap, that's his power alley right there. And I told him that one day, and he's a really great hitter. And I just love to see him keep his hands back here, driving these 2 runs.
Full count pitch here for Gangwish after the Justin Lee stolen base. This one swung on, hit to the right side of the field. Foul ball, reset, go full count again here on what's been a 6-pitch at bat. 2 runners in scoring position, Justin Lee at second, Matt Kavanaugh at third, both getting a decent sized lead. Gangwish hits this one over to the right side, second baseman makes a play on it, gets Gangwish out, but Kavanaugh comes around to score. RBI out here for Mikey Gangwish. All of a sudden, the Larks are only down by 1 as George Sutherland comes up to bat.
Mikey's just got to tip his hat there. That was a nice play by the second baseman.
So make that 3 runs scored for Matt Kavanaugh in 2 games. Had 2 RBIs yesterday, has 2 today. Had himself a solid series against the Outlaws. Sutherland fouled this one back. Sutherland did not see action yesterday. Was his day off. Supposed to be Belblin's day off today. However, due to injuries, he's in the lineup batting in the 8 hole as the designated hitter. Swung at this one, 0-2.
George has got some. He's got some surprising pop for how big he is. He not the typical big guy, but he brings a lot of power.
George Sutherland from New York, notable New York guy, working for the Larks. Frank Leo, 2015 NBC Hall of Fame inductee, 2005 Kansas Sport Hall of Fame inductee. This one's out into right field. The right fielder ranging under it. He'll make the catch. Justin Lee advances home. The throw was close. It was close there. However, the umpire disagrees with what we saw here. He'll call Justin Lee out. Larks score 3 here in the top of the third. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Larks down 4-3. You're listening to Larks Network. live here in the bottom of the third on Larks Network. Larks down 4-3. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. I'm joined by Larks pitcher Rustin Hays.
Love to see the guys get a couple back there. Just inching away, one at a time. Thanks, Drew. Love to see it.
Delivery from Divis, called strike one. Divis delivering from the stretch with nobody on. You see a lot of pitchers, specifically starting pitchers, go from the windup with nobody on. This one popped up.
Oh no. Thought that one was going to hit us there.
I was scared.
I was going to catch it.
I wasn't. I had my head ducked.
That one may took the camera out there.
So batting for the Outlaws, number 9, Kalani Kleffner from Arizona, walked in the first, couldn't get away from first base. Larks fans, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us reach our goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're up. Just hit the 400 mark. Dropped third strike. Kleffner goes to first. Throw to Gangwish at first in plenty of time. One away here. Nobody on for Felix King.
Gonna have to watch that sun. I think kind of get in his eyes a little bit. Tough ballpark here for the right side. Really tough to see out there in right field for George. I know it is.
Divis from the stretch has more of a conventional delivery. Rustin Hays, known for his unique delivery, not quite a sidearm, not quite a conventional. Can you describe the history and how you got to that delivery form?
You know, most of the time I like going 3/4 over the top, but yeah, last summer I was just messing around with it, and for a couple games I'd start throwing it as an out pitch, dropping down, going under the lights, you know, and it just started working. And every now and then I'll break it out for if I want to get a early strike call, or maybe even use it for an out pitch.
First pitch from Divis, fastball swung on and missed by Buster Hardman. 0-1 here. Divis shakes off the sign from Yanez. Yanez gets some degree on one. 0-1, just inside 1-1. Bottom of the third, Larks down 4-3. Had that 3-run rally in the third. Larks were down early yesterday. Came around to rally, ended up winning 11-3. This one fouled off, hits the backstop. On deck is Lachlan Breer in the hole. Cash Ballantyne. Ballantyne came in relief yesterday against the Larks, allowed a couple, come around and scored in the victory for Hays.
Love to see another strike here, maybe ground out, maybe get a strike 3. Divis go 1-2-3.
This one is popped into right center field. Antron and Sutherland can't get to it in time. 2-out single for Buster Hardman, so will be Lachlan Breer, number 38. Divis will check over at the runner Hardman at first, not in time. Divis looks over at Hardman, will decide to go back over again, not in time. Little to Gangwish's left. It's harder for a right-handed pitcher checking over at first base. If you're lefty, all you gotta do is throw over. Righty's got to completely do a 180 like Divis just did there. Close, but not in time.
Walked over to Divis, and he was a bit mad that everybody kept stealing on him. So you'll probably see a bit more pickoffs here as the game progresses.
Delivery from Divis, called strike. check over the fourth of this at-bat. Close. Delivery from Davis, swung on and missed. 2 strikes here on the right-handed hitting left fielder. 4-3 lead for the Outlaws, bottom of the third. Larks Network 5th pickoff attempt, not in time.
He ain't gonna let him go nowhere, is he, Carson?
No, sir, he isn't. The delivery from Davis, swung on, popped up. Gang was going into foul territory, however, it'll be out of play.
About stuck in the tree there.
Over by that quote-unquote bullpen, not your conventional one. Right outside the fence, got a dirt mound. This one not in time, the 6th attempt.
I think Davis just stood over to the side of the mound. He didn't even warm up on the mound.
This one is swung on and missed. Runner left on first. Larks are down 4-3 as we go to the top of the 4th. You're listening to Larks Network.
Where I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. All of my friends are gonna be there too. Nothing in the world I'd rather do than grab a hot dog burger and a cold beer. You'll hear me yelling out a big cheer, 'cause whether they win or whether they lose, I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! For the Hays Larks. I can't wait to see a home run. I know for sure there's gonna be one. I'll call out the players by their first name. Sure am glad I made it to the game. Rain or shine, I'm gonna be there. If the stands are full, I'll bring a lawn chair. So join me down at the old ballpark. I'll be rooting for the Hays Larks. Hays Larks! So join me down at the old ballpark.
Live here, top of the 4th inning. Skylar Luna leading it off. Luna throws right-handed, bats right-handed as well. First delivery to him in the dirt, 1-0. Drake Andron, guy that throws right-handed, but bats left-handed. 1-0 delivery down low, 2-0. Hernan Yanez on deck, switch hitter for the Larks. Larks have only had a few switch hitters in their history, had one last year. Most notable switch hitter for the Larks, might have heard of this guy, Lance Berkman. 6-time MLB All-Star, 2011 World Series champion, and 2011 NL Comeback Player of the Year. Larks, one of the oldest teams here in the KCLB, facing off against the Outlaws. Luna pops this one up. Second baseman getting over to it. Luna not happy. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 4th for the Larks.
Skylar knows he missed that one. He'd love to have that one back.
So up next will be Hernan Yanez, starting catcher for the Larks. Switch hitter will bat from the left-hander's batter's box. Belvin on deck. DeLeon in the home. DeLeon, a teammate of Yanez at Cochise College, now teammate here on the Larks. Larks having a almost completely new roster, only about a handful of guys returning. What's that like, playing for a team that you're familiar with, but with players that you're not familiar with?
You know, for the first couple days, you're getting to know the guys, getting to know new faces, getting to know new names. It's really a fun experience getting to meet new guys, see what all they bring to the table, and then just having a fun summer with them. It's a great experience. That's for sure.
Larks won the Jayhawk League last year, trying to win the Jayhawk West Division, get the NBC Championship Week berth. This one skied out into left center field. Center fielder for the Outlaws, Cash Ballantyne, makes a play on it, out number 2. Jared Belbin, tonight's designated hitter, in for his second at bat, flew out to the center fielder Ballantyne in the second. 4-3 lead for the Outlaws. The first delivery to Belbin, called strike 1.
Umpire really seems to like that low ball.
This one popped up into the bleachers over on the left side of the infield. Frank Lee, the third base coach for the Larks. Steve Sedbrook, the first base coach. Sean Murphy, an assistant coach. Keith Harper, the Larks pitching coach. It's delivered to Belbin, called strike 3. Put a backwards K in the scorebook. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Larks down 3-4. You're listening to Larks Network. Bottom of the 4th action. Larks down 4-3, leading off for the Clearwater Outlaws. Cash Ballantyne starting in center field. Singled in the first and second inning. Stole a base in both of the innings. Came around to score in the first. Didn't advance past second base in the second. We'll get a third look at Divis. First one popped up over to the left side of the field. Out of play, 0-1 count. Rustin was talking earlier about the sun in the right side of the infield and outfield's eyes. Gangwish showing it there, having to shield his eyes from the sun. 0-1 delivery, called strike 2.
Wind seems to be picking up a little bit, huh?
It has. See if it makes any differences on skied fly balls. This one's fouled off the reset, go 0-2 again. No wind yesterday. Much warmer, different vibe here on this fine summer day in Clearwater, Kansas. Divis will deliver the 0-2 from the stretch. Swung on, line into left field. Justin Lee makes a hop, can't get to it. It'll hit against the fence. Double. Cut off by Luna. Lead off triple for Ballantyne. He hit 3 at-bats, 3 hits, 2 singles, and a triple for the center fielder.
Talking about that win there, that one may have carried that one just a little bit.
wind moving to left center field definitely did help on that one. So now batting, second baseman number 2, Brett Westerman, walked in the second. In the first inning, reached base, came around to score. Runner 90 feet away from scoring here for Westerman. Divis from the stretch, righty to righty, in the dirt, 1-0.
This is where Divis needs to minimize an attack right here, get a ground ball to the left side, get a strikeout, one of the two. Just make sure he don't go nowhere.
1-0, down low, part of the zone, called strike one, 1-1.
That umpire really likes that knee-high strike there tonight.
Called strike 2, 1-2. This is the first stadium or ball field that the Larks have played out this season that has a grass and dirt infield. The grass is high here. Andron reached on a bunt. Grass slowed it down, helped him out. Yanez goes back for the pop-up. One away here. Yanez doing a nice job retreating, taking off the mask, getting the first out here. So runner on third for Lincoln Andrews. Strikeout in the first, strikeout in the second. He'll go first, third. Look at Divis. Divis looking to get that hat trick on Andrews. First delivery from Divis. Soft hit. Gangwish gets it in time to Luna, who did a nice job of covering. Runner at third can advance. 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth for Bryce McDermott.
That's been a good minimize from Divis. Getting a pop up behind the plate. Nice little dink ground ball there. Love to see him get this last here out. Close this half.
This one fouled off of the mask of Yanez. Yanez looks like he'll stay tough, hang in there. 0-1. Larks wearing their road gray pants, blue jerseys with white lettering and red trim. Their opponent, the Outlaws, wearing their red home jerseys with white and red pinstripes.
That was a good
0-1
pitch.
was a nice pitch from Divis. 0-2. 0-2. Batting is Bryce McDermott, the starting catcher.
When Divis has got that slider working, it's a good night. Love to see him throw it a little bit more here. Get it out there.
Yanez setting up outside pitch, swung on, hit into shallow right field. Luna retreating, making the play. Runner on third to lead off the inning. However, Divis gets 3 up, 3 down after that. We'll go to the top of the fifth. Larks down 4-3 on Larks Network. of the fifth action. Jimmy DeLeon leading it off for the Larks. Larks are down 3-4 against their KCLB opponent. DeLeon hitting from the right side. Right-hander's batter's box facing the right-handed pitcher. First delivery to DeLeon, swung at, hit right over the head of the pitcher. Gets to the shortstop and makes a play in time to Lincoln Andrews. One pitch, one out here in the top of the fifth for the Larks. Up next will be Drake Andron, singled in the first, had a bunt single in the third. 2 for 2 on the day, stepping in, getting his third look at Kobe.
Drake is he's a really fast kid. All he's got to do is put it on the ground. He's gonna beat it out.
This one swung on, hit to right center field. Center fielder can't get to it. It'll bounce off his chest. Andron gets one bag, two bags, gets around third, speeding.
He was flying there, Carson.
That was fast. 270 feet in just seconds. One out triple for Drake Andron. Drake Andron 90 feet away. Kavanaugh hits this one to the shortstop. He'll look at Andron, get Kavanaugh out. Nice play by the shortstop tonight. Buster Hardman making sure Andron retreated, but getting the out at first. 2 away here for Justin Lee. Singled in the third, lined out in the first. Has a stolen base. Justin Lee leads the team in stolen bases. Gangwish on deck, Sutherland in the hole. Larks fans, if you have any questions for Rustin Hays, who's joining the broadcast tonight, drop him in the comment section on this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let us know what questions you have. We'll get them answered. First pitch to Justin Lee, called strike one. 0-1 count here on the left fielder from Las Vegas, Nevada.
You'd love to see Justin drive in Drake right here on this hack.
Swung at this one, popped over to the right side of the field. It'll be foul. Fielder's not close to it. Justin from Las Vegas, Nevada, as is Michael Wong. Had an at-bat yesterday, walked. Reached first, so no statistical at-bat for him on the season. Michael Wong usually is a PO, as is Rustin Hays. This one lined up the middle, in for a 2-out RBI single. We're all tied up here in Clearwater, Kansas at 4.
You know, Carson, here at Clearwater, they have no foul lines after the dirt there in the infield. It's kind of a toss-up for the umpire. Got to close his eyes, flip a coin.
There was a foul ball that was close yesterday, very close. It was ruled foul for the help of the Outlaws. Gangwish made a comment to the umpire in a respectful way, saying it'd be nice if we had foul lines. This one swung on by Gangwish, who was at the plate. They'll get Justin Lee to second. 2-out single, back-to-back singles here for the Larks. Runners on first and second, 2 away for George Sutherland.
That was almost another nice diving play by the second baseman there. Almost got Mikey again.
So Mikey will be on first. Justin Lee on second, 2 away for George Sutherland. Flew out to left field in the second, flew out to right field in the third. Tie game here in Clearwater, 5-5. Excuse me, 4-4. Scoreboard off here in Clearwater. Do our best to keep you posted with pitch counts and score. First pitch to Sutherland, fouled back against the net. 0-1 here on the right fielder from New York. Sutherland played at Cochise College with the guy who's standing on second base, Justin Lee. Sutherland was a 2-time All-League Suffolk County. 0-1, down low, misses 1-1, 2 away, runners on first and second. Sutherland 0 for 2 on the day, trying to go 1 for 3. Justin Lee takes off on the hit and run. It'll be fouled back. Lee will retreat back to second base, 1-2. Skylar Luna, the on-deck hitter, comes over, gets the foul ball. Will reset, go 1-2.
No, Skylar's itching to get back up there after that fastball that he just missed. You know, he was a bit upset about it.
The 1-2 to Sutherland, swung on, chopped over to second base. Can't get the tag on Gangwish. The throw to first, close, but it'll be just in time to not allow anything to happen. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Larks and the Outlaws tied at 4. You're listening to Larks Network. Live here in the bottom of the fifth from Clearwater, Kansas, KCLB action. We're tied up at 4. This is Carson Ackerman on the call on Larks Network. I'm joined here by Rustin Hays. 8:18 p.m. in Clearwater, Kansas. Div is still on the mound, coming out for his 5th inning, has allowed 4 runs through 4 innings.
Yeah, he finally seemed to settle in there, Carson. You know, Divis, being a little kid that he is, he may have been a little nervous tonight. Never know, but glad to see him settle in here.
1-0 pitch, down low, 1-1. Divis, almost seen 2 different Divises on the mound in his first appearance starting. Was dealing against the A's. Didn't allow a run through 5 innings. Allowed a homer in the 5th. This one swung on, hits the left field. Justin Lee going back. It'll hit the fence after hitting the warning track. Lead off stand-up double for number 34, Jake Pearson.
Just left that one up a little bit there. Leave fastball up. You know, most time it's going to get hit pretty hard.
Divis had that game 2 start against the A's, was dealing, hadn't allowed a run, allowed a solo shot in the 5th. We went to the top of the 6th. Game was called due to the weather. Larks went home with a 7-1 W. Ended up sweeping that series 4-0. The guy who picked up the win in game 1 sitting right next to me, Rustin Hays. Divis on the mound, shakes off a sign from Yanez. Grease on 1. Takes a peek over at Pearson on 2nd. Delivery hit into center field. Andron going back. Makes the catch on the warning track as he retreats. The throw not nearly in time to Kavanaugh. Runner advances to 3rd with 1 away.
Davis got to bear down right here. He can't allow this room to get in. He's going to minimize yet again.
Larks fans, don't forget to ask Russ and Hayes questions here in the YouTube comments section on the stream. We'll be glad to have them answered. Delivery from Divis in. Slow roller that'll get into center field. Shallow drives in a run, a 1-out single. Driving in 1 for Felix King.
Davis is kind of mad about that one. He's shaking his head a little bit.
2nd RBI on the day for King. 1st run for Pearson. So up next is Buster Hardman, the shortstop. Called strike one, low in the zone. As Rustin was mentioning earlier, umpire likes those knee-high strikes. Buster Hardman, after this one's checked over at first, not in time. Hardman, number 32, from Utah, played at Taft College. Joined the guy who was up 2 batters ago, Kalani Kleffner, there at Taft College. This one in the zone, 2 strikes. Davis checks the runner, delivers this pitch. It'll be chopped foul. Dying in the shallow, in the high cut grass. Different field. Larks played at Cavalier Field and at Larks Park previously to this. Dirt, warning tracks, and grass outfields, but turf, base paths, and infield. Delivery from Davis, close, but it'll miss high and just a tad outside. Leave the counts 2-2.
I'd love to see Davis get a nice ground ball here. Get him in the hut. Oh.
Swung on, and umpire said it'll tit, but Hernan Yanez catching a nice job behind the plate. Strikeout here for Davis. 2 away here for the left fielder for the Outlaws. This will be Laughlin's second look at Davis. This one swung on, hit over to Luna. Luna gets that in time to Gangwish. Close play, but it'll be in time. So we'll head to the top of the 6th after the Outlaws score 1. Larks down 5-4. You're listening to Larks Network. Top of the 6th action here in Clearwater, Kansas. Leading it off is Skylar Luna. Pitching change for the Outlaws, Zach Doak. First pitch to Luna, hit over to third base. Third baseman wasting no time, gets Luna out. 1 pitch, 1 away here for Zach Doak. Zach Doak played last night, didn't pitch. Doak's originally from Tulsa, Oklahoma, played at the University of New Mexico. He'll face off against one of his teammates that played for the Lobos, Drew Marufo, in the bullpen right now, not warming up, just chilling. So up next is Hernan Yanez. First pitch to him, high and outside, 1-0 here on the starting catcher. One-0 delivery to Yanez, called strike, 1-1. It's Carson Ackerman on the call here on Larks Network, joined by Larks pitcher Rustin Hays.
It was a
Pitch
good drive.
swung on, hits left field. It's gone. Goodbye, home run. Solo shot for Hernan Yanez here in the top of the sixth. And just like that, on one swing of the bat, we're tied up at 5s.
Love to see that from Hernan. He was during BP. He was crushing some balls today. He finally found his swing, and you can tell it paid off right here.
So after the solo shot from Yanez, up next is Jared Belbin. The pitch to him fouled off to the right side of the field. Hernan's first home run in a Larks uniform. Larks fans, don't forget, ask Rustin Hays some questions in the comment section. We'll answer them on the broadcast. 2-1 count here on Jared Belbin, first baseman from Australia. Talk about commitment to the game. Jared Belbin's a great example of that. Grew up in Australia, born and raised, got an offer from Arizona Western, packed his bags, played in Arizona his freshman season. This one to him in the dirt. 3-1. After playing at Arizona Western, could have gone home, spent the summer with his family in Australia. Decided to come to Hays, Kansas and play for the Larks, but we're glad to have him. 5-pitch walk here for the first baseman. One on, one away. We're going to have a mound visit. Let's take a quick pause. You're listening to Larks Network. Top of the sixth, tied up at 5s. Jimmy DeLeon stepping in, getting his first look at Zach Doak. Belbin over at first base, not taking a risky lead. Doak will go from the windup to DeLeon, the 5'7" shortstop. DeLeon, the shortest guy on the season, but not the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog, looking to prove himself here against Doak.
Love to see Jimmy get a nice single, maybe a double, something in the gap. Oh.
Belbin took off, hit and run, fouled back, out of play. DeLeon at the plate, number 4 for the Larks. First team 6A All-State in high school. Texas High School Baseball All-Star Game selectee. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. I'm joined by Rustin Hays. Rustin, 30 and 2/3 innings pitched for William Baptist. Belbin goes. Throw pulled off the second baseman, off the bag. Stolen base for Belbin. Hays from Hector, Arkansas, joining us in the commentary. Hitting, not a PO guy in his time at William Baptist. Had a dinger, 8 RBIs, 236 batting average. Been pitching for the Larks, no plate appearances yet. Do you hope you can get one before the end of the season?
Maybe a couple here and there. Maybe if we're just beating a team pretty good, you know, or something here and there. They might allow it. We'll see.
Wong got one last night. Michael Wong walked on 9 pitches. The pitch from Doak to DeLeon, down and low. Full count. to Jimmy DeLeon.
Excited to get the new guys in here that are coming. The rest of the guys coming Monday, one coming tonight, I think. Love to see what they're going to bring to the table. Feel like we're pretty solid as we are right now, but a couple more guys come in, I think we're getting Jack State's 3 and 4 guys, so that just improves us on the mound from there.
DeLeon fouled this one back on the full count. We're reset for the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Not before checking on Belvin. So joining the Larks will be Michael Gillian, played at Jacksonville State from Alabama. 32 innings pitched and a 3-1 record in Jacksonville. 7th pitch to Jimmy DeLeon. Down low, 7-pitch walk for DeLeon. Runners on first and second here for the leadoff hitter, Drake Angeron.
Two runners on, no outs here. Push one down to third. You'd love to see Drake get there on a nice bunt. We'll see what happens. Ooh.
He shows bunt. This one runs in. He ducks out of the way. Dangerous showing bunt when a pitch is coming in, exposing the ribs in the front side. From Little League, they teach you to turn your back on those pitches. Dangerous situation for Andron. Does a nice job backing away. 2-0 now. Going back to Gillian, the guy that we're getting.
We're gonna have a new arm coming in now.
Second
Short inning.
Second mound visit means has to be a pitching change. Short day for Zach Doak. Allowed the Hernan Yanez dinger. He'll leave 2 runners inherited for whoever's coming in to pitch. We'll take a quick pause. You're listening to Larks Network. Top of the 6th, pitching change for the Outlaws. This music turns off. We'll get back with that. So pitching change for the Outlaws, replacing Zach Doak. Number 22, Cade Brewer, starting catcher of last night's ball game. He'll face Drake Andron, 2-0 count. 2 inherited runners. Belvin at second. DeLeon at first. Andron shows bunt, pulls back. Belvin, smart play, taken off as the third baseman, Kalani Kleffner, came in on the bunt. Runners on the corners.
That was a little late strike call there.
Runners on the corners, 1 away. So after the late strike call, as Rustin mentioned, it's 2-1 here on the center fielder from Morgan City, Louisiana. 2-2 after the foul ball. Andron played at Dodge City Community College. Will be transferring to Fort Hays for his redshirt sophomore season, batting .370 in his time at DCCC. 3 dingers, 22 stolen bases, showing off that speed there. Has shown it off with the Larks. DeLeon goes on the 2-2 pitch. That's swung on, foul back. DeLeon will have to go back to the first.
You'll see Drake drive Belvin in from third here. That was a good heads-up baseball play by Jared, getting third when the third baseman came charging in on the bunt.
We'll reset, go 2-2. 2-2 misses far outside. Brewer says, my bad on the mound. Full count. Still no questions here for Rustin Hays. Drop him in the comment section. Get him in because I'm running out. Full count delivery. DeLeon takes off. This one's hit over the second baseman. Belbin comes in to score. Throw it to first. In time for out number 2. DeLeon advances to second. Belbin comes around to score. Larks are up 6-5.
We'll do a job, Drake. Gave us the lead there.
First run scored on the day for Belbin. First RBI for Andron. Andron has scored 2. Has scored twice. Has 1 RBI. Larks fans, don't forget to follow the Larks on Twitter, follow the Larks on Facebook, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. First pitch to Matt Cavanaugh from Brewer in the zone called strike 1. If you follow the Larks on Facebook, you can see cool facts such as today's This Day in Larks History. On June 8, 2007, the Larks opened Jayhawk League action with a 7-4 win over the Southwest Slashers in Joplin, Missouri. Starter Gary Pierpoint worked 6 scoreless innings to pick up the victory. Dusty Washburn drove in 3 runs. Throw over to first base. They'll call Cavanaugh out. However, Larks scored 2 on the Hernan Yanez dinger, and the Drake Andron ground out will go to the bottom of the 6th. Larks winning 6-5. You're listening to Larks Network. Bottom of the 6th action here from Clearwater, Kansas. You're tuned into Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call, joined by Rustin Hays. Leading off for the Outlaws in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order, Cash Ballantyne, the center fielder, tripled in the 4th. Davis did a nice job of keeping where he was at. Kept him on third, was left on base. Here in the bottom of the 6th will go. Davis still on the mound. First pitch from Davis misses outside, 1-0. Davis having himself a successful season for the Larks. This one hit right back at him. He ducks, falls out of the way. Leadoff single for Cash Ballantyne.
Boy, that one about took Davis's head off there.
It's got to be a scary situation on the mound. What do you do in a situation when one's fired back to you and you don't really have time to react?
You know, as a pitcher, ball coming right back to you. If you can't get a glove on it, it's going to hurt. But you really hate to see a ball coming right back to you on the mound.
This is game 2 of the 2-game series against the Outlaws. Larks will be playing tomorrow night and Monday night against the Kansas Cannons 2-game series. Get Tuesday and Wednesday off. Shown bunt here from Brett Westerman. We'll get Tuesday and Wednesday off. Mark your calendars. Next Thursday, June 13th, we'll be back at Larks Park. 4-game series against the Park City Rangers. Come out and show your support.
Love the atmosphere at Hays.
It's completely different. You traveled to Dodge, played at Cavalier Field. We're here in Clearwater. The atmosphere, not nearly the same. Larks Park is just...
It's one of a kind, for sure.
It is. Larks organization is definitely one of a kind as well. Fun one to be a part of, and we're glad to have Rustin Hays pitching in a blue and red uniform.
We'll comment this. I think the blue jerseys are the number one jersey we got. Even though the white with the blue sleeves, you know, they're nice. Red ones are nice. The vests, they're a little heavy, but you know, they're nice as well. But I really like these blue jerseys that say Hays right across the front of them.
As do I. Look nice here with the gray road pants. Larks had blue camo jerseys, blue jerseys with camo sleeves. Rumor has it we're getting some new ones.
Oh yeah, that's I'm excited to see what those look like and turn out to be.
2-1 the count. Runner goes, swung on, foul back. 2-2. Divis on the season on the mound. Appeared in 2 games, 1-0 on the season. Coming into this one, he had 6 innings pitched with a 1.5 ERA. Guy sitting next to me, Rustin Hays. 7 strikeouts through only 11 innings. Solid ratio, 2-2. Misses down and outside. Full count here on Brett Westerman, the starting second baseman. Double play would sure be nice here, Rustin.
Oh, we would love to see it.
Bottom of the 6th. Nobody out. Larks up 6-5.
Carson, didn't this kid pitch yesterday for the Outlaws?
He was the starting pitcher for the Outlaws. Runner tries to go.
Ooh.
Close call, but it'll be a 6-pitch walk.
Don't quite know where that one missed, Carson. That was seemed to paint, but umpire disagreed.
Nonetheless, the call stands. Lincoln Andrews coming up. Nobody out. Runners on first and second.
This has really got to work here, minimize. He's got to pull out a little bit of bulldog in him. Keep these runners where they're at. Maybe get a ground ball, get a double play. We'll see what happens. Make him look silly there, Davis. Like it.
0-1. Davis has had Andrews' number today. Well, we do too. It's number 42. But other than that, struck him out in the first inning, struck him out in the second, got him to ground out to Gangwish in the 4th. 0-1 pitch. Nice moving pitch from Davis. However, it'll drop just short of the zone. 1-1.
You hate to see that one be called a ball because he's been calling that one all game. May have been a little away, but that one sure had the height.
1-1 from Davis. Check swing.
That one seemed to be a little bit farther out than the nice slider that Davis threw pitched before that.
Called strike 1 and 2. Lincoln Andrews batting in the 3-hole, starting first baseman. It's from Cannon City, Colorado, played at Southeast Missouri State. Swings at this one, can't make contact. 4-pitch strikeout for Wyatt Davis. Make that a hat trick, has struck out Andrews 3 times today.
It's a good minimize there from Davis. You love to see a strikeout there. You love to see a ground ball on SAB.
Ground ball would surely end the inning as there's 2 on with 1 away. Double play ball. Defense has been solid for the Larks this season, turning double plays. Called strike 1.
It's really got that slider going now. That's Davis's best pitch for sure. It's a tough one to hit. It likes to move very nice, real nice. It's got a good break to it.
0-1 from Davis from the stretch. Swung on. Nice pitch from Davis. 0-2.
Love to see the kids out here at the ballpark. You know, to answer the question, how many pitchers we'll have once the new guys get there? Right now, we're looking at 6 to 7 guys so far, and we hope to get a new guy in tomorrow, maybe tonight actually, and I think he'll be on the mound for us Monday. But I think that as of right now, that's going to be it. I've been calling around for a few guys. Called a guy from back home from UCA. He may join us in a month. Called a kid from New York. He's playing in one of the leagues up there. Been trying my best, but we're definitely going to try to get to at least 10. Love to have 12, but we're going to try to shoot for 10.
Pitch 2. Jake Pearson called strike. Davis has struck out back-to-back batters, looking to go 3 in a row here. Been corrected in the comment section. This is only Cade Brewer's second appearance on the mound in his lifetime. Caught yesterday.
Snap throw. It was a close one.
Gangwish thought he had it in time. Umpires disagree. We'll go back. Davis on the mound.
We'll also get Michael Long back whenever he's able to throw. Hopefully he'll be able to throw in the next couple weeks. He's taking a bit of time off.
Delivery from Davis. Low and outside, close.
May also in a month or two, hopefully sooner than later, we'll be getting Carlos Tavera back. We'd love to see him back at Hays.
Played at UTA. Wyatt Davis on the mound, played at UTA. Tavera would be one of the returners from the Larks last season. This one swung on, check, swing. Strike number 3. 3 strikeouts in a row for Wyatt Davis. Will go to the top of the 7th. Larks up 6-5. You're tuned into Larks Network. Live here, top of the 7th. Larks up 6-5 against the Clearwater Outlaws. Much closer game than what we were at yesterday.
Shout out to Drake Angeron's family. Dad's asking me a few questions.
Justin Lee will lead off here at the top of the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the more help that we can get, the better. At least 11, yeah, that's a good number that we would love to have. It'd be a little less stressful on the arms. Maybe stay away a little bit more from injuries happening. Hate to see injuries, so hopefully we'll have Drew back soon. He kind of tweaked his side, maybe his oblique a little bit. So a couple days rest, and maybe he'll be back out for Monday's game.
Justin Lee grounds out to start off the 7th inning. Up next will be Mikey Gangwish, tonight starting first baseman.
Mikey was pretty excited to get the first base start. He was on the bus. He shouted, "We didn't play first tonight." So love to see that.
So he's up with nobody on, one away here in the top of the 7th from Clearwater, Kansas. You're tuning into the Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman and Rustin Hayes on the call. Pitch from Cade Brewer outside, 1-0.
Kind of a funny FYI. Last night, Mikey wouldn't even give me a sign. Carson, he told me, "I'm not giving you a sign. If you want to shake and shake more than 3 times, we'll throw something else down." But Mikey, he knows what's coming.
Yes, sir. Mikey, an experienced catcher, played 4 years at Colorado School of Mines, 3 years and counting here at the Larks. This is his 3rd year with the Larks. Experienced catcher, 2018 Rawlings Regional Player of the Year, 2019 preseason All-America. This one swung at, took a hack at that one, can't make contact.
Mikey keep his hands back here, drive the baseball. He's got some power. He can hit the ball a long way.
Full count here on the starting first baseman from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
He's also got a really great eye. Yeah, he tends to walk more than swing the bat.
And he'll walk right there. Got a great eye and a great mustache.
It is stash season here at Hays. Everybody that's got one going on, they got it.
That is walk number 12 on the season for Mikey Gangwish. Nobody even close to that. Leads the team. Guy who has 7, Wyatt Divis.
He may end up leading the league too at that. Pitchers like to pitch around Mikey a lot.
This delivery to Sutherland, nicely placed, line drive out into right field. Throw to second base, not in time as Gangwish was kind of caught up there on the line drive.
Mikey barely made it in there.
So 1 out single, advancing Gangwish to second base. Runners on first and second. We're going to have a mound visit. Cade Brewer on the mound. Looks like it might be a day for him. We'll see what happens. We'll take a quick pause. You're listening to Larks Network.
Carson, we get a good look here at Seth Morrow from San Antonio, Texas. attended Wichita State as a freshman. I'm going to see what he has going for him here. He steps off. Needs to talk to the catcher again. Didn't quite seem to know what was going on.
Alright, we gotta reset the stream. We're not live. We apologize for the technical difficulties. However, we're back here on Larks Network. Pitching change, Seth Morrow played at Wichita State just down the road. Not down the road, but Clearwater is just a very short drive from Wichita. Fly out for Skylar Luna. Ganglish on second still. Sutherland on first.
Hernan's back up, so we'll see if he can't repeat what he did last time. Put the bat on the ball nicely. Give it a good ride. Hit him a nice home run last AB.
Solo shot, his first of the season. Another one would be nice. Make the cushion here for the Larks 4 runs. However, we're only up by 1 right now. Delivery to him.
Ooh.
Hits the catcher's mask. Ganglish goes to third.
Oh, he was under it.
Close.
He was under it.
Nice slide from Ganglish. Ganglish had a nice slide to get in there safe. Advancing to third and second is Ganglish and Sutherland respectively.
Carson, that tag was definitely a little high there. Mikey seemed to get under it. Nice call by the umpire.
Crowd not agreeing with the call. They'll stand out of the west. The delivery from Morrow from the stretch. Low and away. So you'll see a lot of pitchers, mostly starting pitchers, that'll go from the windup with runners on second and third. Can't steal. Rustin, what do you do in a situation like this? You go from the stretch or the windup?
You know, most coaches, they want you to continue out of the stretch just because, you know, if you have a slow wind-up, slow delivery to home, you got a speedy guy on third. They sometimes, close game, not a close game, they'll just take off on you and try to steal it. Never seen it personally, but you know, it's always something to keep in the back of your mind. Personally, I like to go from the wind-up if the bases are loaded, but if there's a runner on third, runner on second, I'll continue out of the stretch.
Top of the 7th, Larks up 6-5. Yanez at the plate. Runners on second and third, 1 away.
Love to see Hernan put a good swing on the ball here.
Excuse me, 2 away. The delivery to Yanez.
Almost
in the
got him.
dirt, almost took his feet. Goes in the Larks Network. This is Carson Ackerman on the call. Rustin Hays joining me, and I think it's safe to say this won't be the last you hear of Rustin on the mic. Am I correct in that?
Oh yeah, I would love to do this every time I'm not out there on the mound. So it's pretty fun nonetheless.
Morrow peeks over at Ganglish, delivers to Yanez. This one's in the dirt. Yanez will walk to load the bases. Bases loaded, 2 away for Jared Belbin.
You know, Jared's kind of got himself here in an offensive slump. We talk, we're bus buddies. He just keeps telling me, man, I just keep looking for a hit. And I'm like, hey, you just got to go out there, swing the stick. You never know. Chris Davis went 0 for 52. He was in a bad slump, but you just got to come to the ballpark prepared, ready to go every day. It's supposed to be Belbin's off day today, but Max, something to do with his back, got hurt, so here's Jared. Puts a nice swing on it.
Drives in 1. Sutherland rounds third. Throw to third, gets Yanez out. However, we'll say 2 runs came around to score.
Can't be very upset with that there. That was aggressive baseball.
Belbin celebrating, having fun with that one. 2 RBIs on the base hit. Larks dugout having fun with it. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th after the 7th inning stretch. You're tuned to the Larks Network. The 7th inning has been stretched. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Larks up 8-5, leading off for the Outlaws. Number 9, Kalani Kleffner, starting third baseman, has a walk, a strikeout, and a flyout.
Just went and talked to a couple of the guys, Carson and Mason Myrie wanted me to shout him out here and follow him on Instagram. Mason Myrie 3, great guy. Picked up the win yesterday here in Clearwater.
Indeed, he did. Myrie, on the season, on the mound, that was his first win of the season, has pitched 9 innings.
Popped up to right field. Skyler giving chase. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Lead off pop out to Skyler Luna, as called by the Rustin Hays. You can follow Rustin as well as Mason on Instagram. Russ, tell him what it is.
Russ.Hays. Go give that a follow.
So now batting is Felix King, the designated hitter. Double, as this one's fouled back right at us.
That one was coming back at the face hot there. We gotta watch our lips here.
Thankful for that net.
Oh yeah. Almost had one come back at us earlier. Almost came over the net.
I was scared on that one.
I was gonna try to catch it. Save the camera. Nice pitch.
That was a pretty pitch. Called strike.
Davis has got that slider going tonight. Just kind of veered away from it there in the beginning innings, but he's really found it here.
The delivery from the stretch. Close. Rolled inside. You can follow Rustin on Twitter, but also follow the Larks. Excuse me, you can follow Russ on Instagram. You got a Twitter?
I do have Twitter. Hays Rustin.
Follow the Larks on Twitter. Follow the Larks on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube. The handles are on your screen. Dropped third strike in time to Gangwish. 2 away, 2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. 8-5 lead for the Larks as number 32, Buster Hardman, the starting shortstop, steps in.
Love to see Davis out here stretching out his innings. Bottom half of the 7th here.
If my score sheet is correct, that strikeout number 8 on the day for Wyatt Davis through 6 and 2/3 innings.
Div struggled a little early, but really seemed to find it.
Looking for his second win on the season. If Larks can hold on for 7 more outs, he'll get it.
Davis just shoved over at Dodge City, Carson. It was fun to watch.
Really was.
Ooh.
Davis, not one of the guys that takes 20 minutes between pitches. He's ready to go. It was a fast-moving game in Dodge, as not many guys are reaching base on him. Game was called top of the 6th. However, Larks taking a W, and he'll take that any day, no matter how many innings.
Another strikeout there. Oh, thought that was strike 3. Self-serve there on that one.
Strike 2 with 2 away. One more will put us into the top of the 8th. He agrees with Yanez. And he'll deliver from the stretch. This one misses low. Larks fans, don't forget, drop any questions you have for Rustin Hays in the comment section. We'll get them answered on the broadcast. Wyatt Davis still on the mound for the 7th inning. This one misses high. It's a walk for Buster Hardman.
Love to see Davis get this last guy right here. This guy get us back in the hut.
Can't see if there's movement in the Larks bullpen from where we are setting, but Davis seems determined to keep going. He'll face the left fielder, number 38, Lachlan Brie. First pitch to him, called strike 1.
Carson, we do have movement in the bullpen. As Nash is down there warming up right now.
Strike 2, 0-2. Nash Neff played at the Colorado School of Mines with the guy playing first base, Mikey Gangwish.
Love to see Davis close his half here. That way Nash can come in next inning.
Bottom of the 7th, Larks up 8-5. Neff from Lake Jackson, Texas. 5'9" freshman, was called the preseason newcomer to watch at the Colorado School of Mines. The 0-2 delivery swung on, popped up. Luna giving chase. Sutherland will get under it for out number 3. We'll go to the top of the 8th here on Larks Network. Your Larks are leading it 8-5. Top of the 8th we go in Clearwater. Jimmy DeLeon will lead it off. New pitcher for the Outlaws. Rustin Hays will let you know who it is.
Valeni Villar Rotter.
Well
from
said.
Palmareal High School. No, what is that? Came from Vernon College as a sophomore. Couldn't really tell you where he's from.
I believe HS stands for Honduras.
Honduras. Wow.
Traveled a long way to play baseball against the Larks. DeLeon getting the first look at him.
That's different there.
It is.
Never met anybody from Honduras, have you?
No, but DeLeon's meeting him right now. This one grounded over the second baseman. Out number 1, 1 up, 1 down for the pitcher from Vernon College. What's his name? Kyle Robinson. All right, so we have a correction. Kyle Robinson on the mound for the Outlaws.
Clean. Filthy.
He's not listed on the roster.
Yes, I know. He's a pitching coach.
I could have swore I seen 26 there, of course. But I guess it's number 28.
So, nonetheless, he got DeLeon out, and it'll be Drake Angeron, the second batter he'll face. Angeron looks like he's 4 for 4 on the day. Take him to Wendy's, get that 4 for 4. This one swung out, hit into center field.
It'll be 5 for 5 there.
5 at bats, 5 hits. 4 of those are singles.
Have a day at the yard.
Reminiscent of the first game of the season for the Larks, Matt Cavanaugh, usually a defensive replacement, got the start for the Larks, went 4 for 4 with a solo shot. And that's the guy who's up now after the Angeron single.
Not quite the guy you'd expect to get the home runs going for the Larks there, but he did. And man, if he gets into one, he'll shoot it over. That's for sure.
His first at-bat in a Larks uniform was a solo shot. Hernan Yanez had one earlier. Andron looks like he could have gone, but he slowed himself up, fouled off his Kavanaugh. Larks fans, you only got 2 innings left to ask Rustin Hays questions. Drop him in the comment section. We'll get him answered on the broadcast. Justin Lee coming to get the foul ball from the on-deck circle.
Love to see him taking his time there. You know, Carson, this game is it's kind of flown by, honestly.
It has gone fast. It's 9:14 p.m. and we're in the 8th inning. It was after 10 o'clock before we even entered the 9th inning yesterday. Angeron takes off. The throw is way high. It'll go out in center field. However, Angeron can't advance on it, but wisely stay at second base. His first stolen base of the game. The guy on deck, Justin Lee, stole one earlier.
The Mosquitoes are sure joining us here tonight.
Yes, sir, they are.
Not very big out here in Kansas, but man, there's a lot of them.
This one swung on, popped up. First baseman going over the right. Coach Sedbrook runs out of the way. Kavanaugh not happy with that one. 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Justin Lee coming up to bat. That stolen base on the season for Drake Angeron makes it number 4.
Quite a bigger crowd tonight here in Clearwater, Carson.
Yes, it is. Check over at Angeron. This one misses high. 1-0 here on the left fielder from Cochise College. It's one of the fun things about Summer League. Got guys playing in Arizona, guys playing all over the map. Guy from Australia sitting next to me, guy from Arkansas. Getting guys from all over.
Got a guy from New York.
Guy from New York, 2 of them if you count third base coach and head coach Frank Leo. All coming to Hays, Kansas for one common goal, that NBC Tournament Championship. Larks haven't got one yet. Under Frank Leo, they've been runner-up 5 times, but the way things are looking right now, feel something special, but I don't want to give it an announcer's jinx. So I'll move on to talk about Justin Lee's at-bat as he hits this one past the glove of the shortstop. Angeron sent home. He's racing around. Throw pulls the catcher off, make that a 9-5 lead here on the Justin Lee RBI single.
And God really bless that kid with some speed, huh?
Yes, sir. That's the second RBI on the day for Justin Lee. 3rd run scored for Drake Angeron. He scored a 1/3 of the runs as the Larks are up 9-5.
Drake is something else to watch on the base pass.
It's fun to watch.
Hits a ball in the gap, he's thinking 3 all the way.
So
You
the
can pick him up, put him down.
guy who walked in the last inning, Mikey Gangwish, up to bat as Justin Lee takes off, steals his 4th base of the season. Now he's tied with Angeron for stolen bases, leading the team.
Love to see Mikey put a healthy hack on a ball here, hit something in the gap, get Justin around, score.
With Justin's speed, you think anything out into the grass could get him home.
Oh yeah.
I put the Larks up 10-5, won 11-3 yesterday. Clearwater scoring more runs here on Divis than they did on Myrie and Relief. Nice dropping off-speed pitch called strike.
Mikey sure a little disagreements with that one, but he'll step back in, give it another whirl.
Gangwish is starting. First baseman tonight started all previous games at the catcher and DH spot. Rustin said he was excited to get a start at the 3 spot.
Oh yeah, he plays over there during BP. He'll mess around, takes some ground balls. He's ate up with it. He loves it.
This one swung on, sent deep left field. Left fielder retreating. Lachlan will get under it for out number 3, so we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Larks up 9-5. You're tuned into Larks Network.